Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on this look right here, which is a waterproof smoky eye full coverage look, something along those lines. So yeah, I had a lot of fun recording this. I use a lot of products that either haven't used in a while or I've never tried before, so I'm really excited. If you guys want to see how I created this look and you're interested, then please keep watching and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, so to start off the look today, I am going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Taupe. I actually haven't used this in a really long time, but I love it. So it is cheaper than the Brow Wiz and the Brow Definer. It's going to be $18 and it's going to be ultra waterproof. Like, this stuff does not come off. I was having some trouble with my right brow, well, your left brow, my right brow, and I was having issues with the tail specifically, and I think it's because I just got my brows done. So for me, my way of doing my brows is actually creating more of an arch, so I'll go on the top of my brow and create more of a fuller look. To prime my eyes today, I'm going to be using this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in the shade Macadamia. So I have found personally to get a full coverage, like long wearing eyeshadow base, concealer really works for me. Whether you use the Tarte Shape Tape or honestly even if you use the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, they all work the same to me. But I'm just going to be going through with the Morphe Beauty Sponge and blending that all in. So since we are doing a long-lasting, waterproof, and a full coverage look, I wanted to use something that I know that I can trust. For my base today, I'm going to be going through with the Smashbox Smoothing Primer. It's going to go through and kind of fill in any pores, wrinkles, any kind of dryness that I might have in the face and make it look very flawless. For foundation today, I am going to be using the Makeup Forever HD Stick, and I am in the shade 128. So this stuff is actually amazing. I think I got it last summer, I want to say, or the beginning of last fall. Last summer for sure. And it is so full coverage, it's extremely creamy, and it just glides right on the skin. If you do have more oily skin, I wouldn't suggest getting this because it is going to leave more of a dewy finish, but if you have dry skin, go for it. I'm just blending that out with my new Morphe Gilded Collection brush. I think this one is like the flat kabuki, and it is amazing. It blends so well. So I actually completely forgot that my other clip got deleted, but I'm just going through with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer and just blending that out all over my eyes and my nose and my forehead. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with a product that I actually haven't talked about in a really long time, but this is the NARS Laguna Bronzer, and it's the liquid form. So I usually just take 2 or 3 pumps of this and I'll take a beauty blender and put it in the spots that I want to look extra bronze. The crazy thing is I've never actually tried the real Laguna Bronzer, like the one in powder form, and I know everyone talks about it, but I love this stuff. I'm sure it's the same color, but I love the formulation of this. My face today, I am going to be using the RCMA powder. I've actually never tried this. This is a first impressions on camera, so yeah, I really love the way it feels on the skin. At first I was a little bit confused because the packaging is a little bit strange, but I did get used to it. I just have to dump a little bit out. The nice thing for this powder as opposed to the Laura Mercier is actually only $12, so if you're looking to be a little more price friendly, this is it. And this is a no color powder, so there isn't even a tint of like that yellowness like the Laura Mercier. So for contouring, I am going to be going through with the NYX contour palette. I know I've talked about this before, but this is a great dupe for the Anastasia contour kit. I'm just going to be using one of my Morphe brushes and carving out my cheekbones. I'm going to be using the color that is second to last, which is extremely ashy, which is my favorite for contouring. For For bronzer, I am going to be going through with the MAC Mineralize Give Me Sun. This stuff is so awesome. I love the way it feels on the skin because it does have that mineralized finish. So because it is like that, it will glide right onto the cheek. Since I am more tan though, I don't know if this is really even a bronzer. I know if you are more fair, you'll probably enjoy this a lot more. For blush, I am going to be using the Tarte Amaze blush right here. It is such a pretty like mauve-y rose color, and it is so beautiful. For highlight, I'm going to be going through with the Ofra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive, which it is, you guys, look at that highlight. Look at that highlight. I am living. So I love an intense highlight. That is one thing, like if I'm gonna be going out for the night or I want my makeup to last all day, I don't even care what I do. I need a good highlight. And this stuff is so pretty. Even if you have fair skin or tan skin or darker complexion, this stuff just looks awesome. I have used this on so many people and I love it. Of course, you know I have to give myself a little highlighted mustache and a highlighted nose, but that's me. To start off this eye look today, I'm just going to be taking the E40 brush by Sigma, taking Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie and blending that all over my crease. That is going to be our transition shade today. I love this color. I think you can use it for any kind of makeup look no matter what, even if it is a peach shade. So for some reason, I just thought one transition shade was not enough. So I'm going through with the shade Frappe. You may not really notice it in this look, but it really does help and it just adds a little bit more dimension. So when we put those darker shades on, it has something to lay on. Next, I'm taking the shade Caramel by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just going to be focusing that on the outer corner with a Morphe blending brush. I really didn't want to bring this all the way in because I do want to focus the darker shades on the outer corner. Next, I picked up the shade Sienna by Anastasia, and I also placed that in the outer corner. This isn't really necessary if you don't feel like you want to deepen that a little bit, but I wanted to bring a lot of darkness to the eye. Some people disagree with adding a lot of color to the outer corner, but I think if you're doing a really intense, or even, it doesn't have to be intense, any kind of dark eye, I like to build that darkness up. So I'm just taking a big fluffy Morphe brush and kind of blending out my outer corners. This is actually a concealer brush, but it works really well for blending out any kind of dramatic look on the eye. So next, I'm going to be taking the shade Hot Chocolate by Anastasia. I am going to be taking a Morphe M511 brush, and I am just going to be packing and pressing that into my outer corner. So first, I just like to pack it right out there, and then I'll kind of fan it inward. You also can create a nice V this way, so if you just kind of pack it right on the outer corner and just feather it in. Again, I'm just taking that large Morphe brush and blending that out. Depending on your eye shape is really how much you'll want to bring this far color out. Since my eyes are a little bit bigger, I can bring this color a little bit higher up my lid. But if your eyes were smaller, or depending on how much lid space you have, will really kind of determine where you want to place the color. So for my lid, I took a little bit of Fix Plus and I actually mixed two shades. I mixed the Anastasia shade Metal and Peach Sherbet. So I loved the way Metal looked, but for some reason I felt like it wasn't as pigmented, so I wanted to add a little bit more color, and as you can see, the Peach Sherbet really did it for me. I did want to bring these colors and bring them really high up my lid, so I kind of focused on making my entire lid that, yeah, and then that happened. Nice. Yep, I definitely lost some sight from that eyeshadow. For liner today, I am going to go through with pretty much the only liner I ever want to use. This is the Sephora Collection Felt Tip Liner. It is the ultra fine one. It actually is really affordable. I want to say it was only like $11 or $12, and it works so well. I've gone through maybe 3 or 4 of these in I don't even know how long, a very long time though. And I'm just going to go through and kind of give myself like a cat eye effect. I really wanted to focus this liner more on the outer corner as well and kind of elongate my eyes. So what I mean by cat wing liner is I want to kind of elongate my eyes. So I want to bring the liner and focus it more in the outer corner. I'm not going to do thick liner all the way across, but the majority of the darkness is going to be in the outer corner. So my biggest tip by doing this is when you're dragging your liner across, make sure you're dragging it more to the center of the lid on the outer corner. And then as you can see, once I get to the inner corner of my eye, I very lightly touch my inner corner. I know that probably doesn't make any sense at all, but I hope you can get a visual of it because as you can see, it kind of does like elongate and give you that more exotic look. I am just touching up with some mascara before I put my lashes on. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara in the Carbon Black. For lashes today, I am going through with the Ardell Wispy Lashes, which I totally didn't know until I purchased are not the Demi Wispies. What I usually get are the Demi Wispies, which are definitely a lot smaller. These were more intense for me, but it's okay. I'm trying to step out of my box, I guess, so they were a good test for me. Although I don't put falsies on myself every day, I do them on brides all the time, and my best piece of advice for this is to make sure you are letting the glue sit on long enough. So prior to putting on your lashes, you're going to want to put on a tiny bit of glue, and once you put it on, I like to let it sit for at least 30 to 40 seconds and blow on it. The longer, the better. And I don't advise using tweezers when you're starting out, but I did, and all you're going to do is start in the outer corner and kind of just piece them over. I know some people put their lashes on and they just set them right on top of their eye, and that is a really good way to do them, but I've learned for explaining to beginners, my biggest tip is to let it sit on the outer corner and then you can kind of press it on the inner corner once the outer has already dried. For lips today, of course, I'm going to be going through with my NYX lip liner in the shade Natural. This stuff has automatically become one of my go-tos for lip liner. It is just so pretty, and I mean, it is natural. So I am just applying that all over and kind of over drawing my lips because lately, homegirl likes to look a little, you know, little plump. So yeah. For liquid lipstick today, I'm going to be taking the shade Trap, and this is actually by ColourPop. It is the Ultra Matte Lip. So I think this actually worked really well with this lip liner. It was the first time with me trying this combo, and I loved it. The key that I have learned with this lip is that you cannot use too much. Actually, my friend Lauren Sealman texted me when I was talking about these, and she said, do not apply too much or else it will crack, and I did experience that. So good tip to know, don't apply too much with this one. Of course, the key to having makeup that lasts all night is a good setting spray, so I am just going through with my Urban Decay all-nighter and dousing myself in this stuff. I mean, there's nothing else. This stuff is amazing. Alright guys, there you have it. This is the look, and I love how it turned out. It is so fresh, it is dewy, and I hope you like it. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon.